HD webcam. Testing, testing. Oh, that looks active. Cool. Desktop audio. Testing, testing. That's not what I want. 2 speakers. Yep. Testing. Audio. Awesome. Alright. That might be a little high there. Hey. Okay. Don't really need the Twitch window. I got my restream chat available. Does this go over it? No. Awesome. Glad I set that to always on top. That's good. And I got my Discord up on the left here. This, that, and the other. Okay, so live scene. Go to editor. Show you guys some interesting stuff. So, do I have a left monitor set up? Oh, I don't. Oh, interesting. Well, whatever. What I do have is the ability to... Oh, because my background layer. Hold up. Alright, I would like to change the screen size on this. Give you guys more of the game. Yeah, you don't really need to see what I'm selecting. Right? You don't really care about that. I don't really care about that either. Yeah, whatever. That should be fine. And then when I work on Blueprint, I can just throw this window right up here, which is on my right hand side monitor. So way over here. I don't have to do any funkiness. I'll show you what I'm working on. I can also just do a full screen of it. It's good things. All good things. Normally I'd put my face up on here, but I look homeless right now. I haven't had a haircut in mad long. Alright. So, let's see. What did I do recently for Duality? Figured out what was going wrong with the skybox, why it was like illuminating between the transition of night and day. Like, it would basically be at nighttime, the sun would have already gone down, and everything was still lit like it was day. I was like, what the fuck is this? And it took me so long to figure out that because of the way the global illumination works and the skylight and the fog, it was actually causing the fog to be so bright that it would light up the entire scene. Now it just looks like we get this nice transition. It's very nice. I want more of this soft tone around the actual skybox, even when the moon's higher in the sky. I think this is too hard to transition. Also, I need to figure out something about this opacity here. This is driving me nuts. If I open this up, go to my right hand monitor here. So if we take a look at this, I'm going to just set the opacity back to 1 because that's what it was at before. But so now the water out in the ocean looks nice. But let me go over here. Now in the pond, I mean, while this looks nice, scare the shit out of me every time. Every fucking time. But thank you. We desperately need followers here. Like, pretty bad. Once I can get Twitch affiliate, if I can, I don't know, get enough people watching, I actually won't need a side job, so I could dev all day long. That would be the dream. So yeah, the water looks nice, but like I want to be able to see to the bottom a little bit. So if I go back over here, I just set this to like, I don't know, what did I set that to? A 3? That should be a 1. Doesn't matter, anything above a 1 is the same. So like a 0.7, that's nice. Now you can see the actual bottom. You can be able to see fish and things when they're there. process still. You can see the fucking lily pads and stuff. It's a little too much, so let's make that a 0.8, no, 0.9, 0.85. And let me turn off this right-hand monitor. I need to make some macro keys. This is bullshit. But yeah, transparency, opacity, it looks hella nice. Hella nice. Even during the daytime it looks nice. 11:30, yeah. Looks nice. Little blown out. But looks good. I want you to be able to see the fish and things. But you look off into the distance here, it looks nice during the daytime. Now I'm gonna move the skybox down. Ooh, that's cool. You can see the water. I like that. Moon is alright. Where's the, yeah, so sun. Yeah, that just looks weird. The fact that you can see the map dropping off there. I don't want to have to render something way the hell out there. So I'm going to try and do something based on view distance to make the opacity like much more solid, like the further out you have to look at it. Which would be good for like here too, because probably not going to be able to see the bottom of the water over there. I mean, like, probably shouldn't even see this. Like, you probably should only see it up front. This looks a little weird at night, a little too blown out, or like dusk rather. So I've just been playing a lot with material files, a ton. Oh, did I change that? All right, green tree. Yep, just subtle change in color. You notice like these kind of look like they're glowing a little bit. They are. They're definitely glowing. I've been working on giving them, like, some of these trees like a self emission, so that the colors just kind of look more accurate at certain times of the day without having to fuck with post-process too much. And I did that with these trees before, but these trees are just all sorts of jank. I don't really, kind of grown out of them. I don't really like the way they are so much, but I don't like these either. Like, I've actually not so low-key kind of hate these trees because they just look like, I don't even know, man. Like, this is just garbo. This is bad. This is really lack of effort. These look nice. These look real good. I like those. I like this bamboo or reeds or whatever they are, but they would not look good if they were as big as these. So I'm trying to work on unifying that style. I don't know what the fuck's going on here, because that should not be that color. Who's the idiot that made the bottom of these red? Or brown? That's stupid. That is really dumb. Alright, so like I got my work cut out for me. I tweaked these bridges here. So now they're accurately, or not accurately, they're like comfortably placed. And so this looks nice in, well, the editor as is. But scaling's kind of crap right now. I need to fix all that. Before I forget, real quick, I remembered something that was causing some performance issues. Skylight, yeah, recapture period. Also, James, if you're in here, in dark, turn that up. This is a performance killer right here. This recapture so often, terrible, bad. Don't do that. No. Even I'm gonna leave it at 1 right now, just because I have the skybox moving so fast. But when I have the skybox on a longer cycle, I might even bump it up to 10. I mean, since I'm looking over here, by the way, this is the original attempt at making buildings for Duality. This is these buildings. I made these like when I first started game development, they look so bad. They were like okay, like design style, like the way they're laid out, I guess. But like, sorry for the saving. This happens a lot. The thinness. Hey, thank you for saying that my landscape looks nice. By the way, I did not notice that was over there. I should keep this here somewhere. Right there, yeah. That's gonna get lost. Yeah, here, I guess. But you can tell this just looks really thin. That is just, that's gross. It was an attempt. I was thinking of bossing, say, when I made this, but clearly that didn't come out very well. I don't even know what the fuck this is. Like, what did I even do? I need more like this kind of roof. This is nice, but garbage on the inside. Doesn't even have like a door hole or anything. It's just solid. So gotta make those. All right. What was I doing? All right. The skylight recapture. I just set that. Let's throw on some FPS readout. Oh, garbage because I'm streaming. Save all. It's also because I have these windows open over here. When I have these open, I don't know if they're considered other instances of Unreal, so that just drops performance like crazy. Real bad. Watch if I. Oh, yes. Apply those changes. Yes, apply those changes. I'm considering making these bamboo husks into, or just bamboo, whatever, into sprites that just rotate. But then you can't climb them, because I kind of want you to be able to climb them too. Anyway, you can see performance went up after I closed those windows. But boy, streaming, that is rough on performance there. Let's close Spotify, see what happens. CPU free up a little bit. Nah? Alright, what else have I got in here? What else can I close? Steam? Fuck that shit. Close that. Rain meter? Fuck that shit. It's getting closed. Yeah, no, that's... Nah, can't do much about that. I gotta update my graphics driver later. Don't let me forget. I wonder if a standalone process will work. Microsoft Edge, what? It's not open. Is it? Fucking Windows. They're always doing some shit in the background. Let me do something off screen real quick. I just gotta peek at what's causing all this. Okay, 6. Yeah, VR server. Every time my VR boots up, I don't want it to boot up. I don't know why it's running. No, alright. Well, if I go all the way to the top here, just close that shit. Close the VR compositor. Yep. How's that? How's that? Ooh, ooh, we're getting up there. Getting up there. Streamlabs. Oh, Streamlabs is not that taxing. Not that taxing. GPU. Let's hop back in Unreal here. Yeah, I'm running at about... Oh, my CPU is totally fine, actually. I'm only at like 50% CPU. My GPU is getting maxed the fuck out right now. Weird. It's gotta be all the damn grass. I wonder if I can... Foliage. Hide selected. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, look at all those frames. Oh yeah. All the frame gain. Hey, wait a minute. Grass is still here. Huh. Oh yeah, because I used the landscape paint node for that. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Show all actors. Boom. Back to negative performance. Ugh. Alright. Anyway, what was I doing? Fucking around a little bit? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Let's do a little bit of that. A little bit of that fucking around type situation. And we're gonna do standalone game. We're gonna save selected. Let's hope this doesn't kill me on performance. Like my desktop? Not anymore. And then we're gonna go to whenever it gets here. Yep. I want to not do it this way though, because this is less performance if I do it this way. So I want to go here and I want to capture avatar debug. Cool. Hide that. Game capture. Yep, that is how you get better performance. I gotta make this grass reactive. So when you run through it, it bends to you. I gotta make all that running around sounds and stuff. I gotta make a better camera, like for sure. Just so you know, this character I'm using here, this is literally just a placeholder. This is, you're not gonna play as this guy. The guy you're gonna be playing as is a monk. Because Avatar. Totally a monk. What else we got here? So, I'll play through a couple day-night cycles so you can see some of the things I've been working on. That sun though. That beautiful, beautiful sun. Now, I don't know if these are going to work, but these torches should turn off, or turn on when the sun goes down. Bamboo looks a little bit better. It's a little too lit. I gotta turn off some of that illumination there. Might hook up some like global material properties that change also based on the time of day. I'm gonna have a lot of stuff going off of the day-night cycle. Let's see if these flames turn on. This little thingy bobbing out of my head, that's a debug for the camera because I wanted it to lag behind the character a little bit. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, look at that. Look at that shit. Oh, nut. Nut. Yep, music changed also. So some of that illumination helped. I got some nighttime lanterns in here now. I modified the clouds, by the way, so now they rotate with the sky, but they also morph. So like it looks like the wind's blowing through them. You can see it better when you get really close to them. Go put some more lanterns around this town. Oh yeah, I gotta make this string of lanterns light up. I forgot about that. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be an interesting one. I got some ideas of what I'm gonna do here. This is probably gonna be like some kind of practice thing. This map is not gonna be probably in the game. This is all just for testing shit. This is just me fucking around. I literally, the first time I made this map, I was baked off my ass and I was just placing random shit everywhere. Hey Gabe, how you doing? What's up? Coming from Twitch? Oh man, I need the followers. I'm not gonna beg, but yeah, I'm gonna beg. I actually need the followers. Affiliate would be fucking great. I can do this all day. Yep. So it's looking pretty nice. I didn't put any illumination on these trees, but I might. Judging on how the pink ones came out, looks pretty good. I got a new water material new water instance over here for the crops. Oh, thanks, Nelson, dude. I need that bad. I gotta make ripple effects for when you're in the water. But I think it looks pretty good the way it's like doing the shading here. Not shading. What's the word I'm looking for? The depth effect. Yeah, I played with that a lot. Oh, we got daytime music coming back on. Not sure I like the way the grass looks. Christ, fuck, that is such a loud, loud thing. Huh. Oh, well, that's a problem. I gotta fix that. There's little things you don't see from a bird's eye view. That's why we do a lot of play testing. That's why my beta testers are so important. You guys are my lifeblood. You're gonna find things that I forget. What did I do? Tell me it's under the map. Tell me I accidentally put this bridge under the map. I totally did, didn't I? I totally did. I gotta make the climbing system. Oh, if you can see it now, I made the stamina wheel. So very Breath of the Wild-esque. Yep, I put a tint on these trees though, so they look a little more like how I wanted them. Whatever Cinti did with their original trees, I understand the look they were going there because the trees that they were thinking of, they have a much darker green and they're from Japan. I think they're not redwoods, but like those weird trees you see on the side of mountains. But the bark they put was just like purple, and I was like, no, good. Even you could see what they did here with the colors on this bridge, on the sides of the buildings. They become really purple for some reason during the day-night cycle. What happened here? What is this? Okay, all right. Well, and the stair. Wait, what? So lazy. They are so lazy. Like every time I buy Cinti things, I love the way they look, but then I end up like really getting into it and noticing how lackadaisical everything is. So much shit's always broken. You're in the Discord server, ah. I'm not streaming. I'm not hosting a music session right now. If I do, it would be on your guys' end, and I would turn it off on my end, or I would like lower the volume on my end because I can't bring it up during the stream. Oh man, that looks so fucking cool. I love that. Oh, and it's not blown out either anymore. I'm actually glad I turned off the setting on the fog the way it was. It looks much better. Some of these buildings are still getting lost in the scene though, so I gotta figure out what to do with that. Huh. So my max angle walking slope is definitely fucked up right now. My sprint isn't perfect right now. I gotta change the animation more with the blend state. It's not affecting the stamina wheel, and the stamina wheel's not disappearing for some reason. It doesn't start there, but then when it just disappears. I don't know. I gotta make it do the thing I tried to make it do. A little too flat lighting for my taste. I might change that. Oh, that didn't spawn. Huh. Gotta add a fire effect. Yeah, I might, so after I do this little, like, run-through session here, what's changed, I'm probably gonna, what was I working on a minute ago? You know, fuck it, maybe I'll add some fire element abilities. Because I got earth here, which is totally broken, by the way. So if I go to melee and I punch it, oop, oh, hold on, collision test. Come on, where are you? Hit it. There it is. Just broken. It's supposed to fly in the direction you punch it. I don't know why it didn't. But it gave me an error. It told me to try it later. Yeah, I'm having a problem with linking. Ah! Ah! Wish you could see my face when that happens. Anyway, let's take it up to the sky a little bit. So stamina wheel does work with the glider. As you can tell, the glider is sort of broken, not perfect. I really gotta change some things. I'm gonna try and not make you guys motion sick by just like whipping it around everywhere, but giggity. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through a little fly through here. And you guys are getting the 720p 60 FPS version, right? 1080p looks nice. It looks real nice. I might even give you the option for scaling. I'm actually gonna give some extensive graphic options here because this is already like getting a little tough to run on my computer the way it is. I will be able to optimize so it'll run perfect on my computer, but I know on some other people's computers this might be like a challenge with the global illumination. Thanks, Nilsson. Are you on Twitch and YouTube at the same time? How come? This stream will be recorded and kept on YouTube, by the way. So like right here, this looks nice. Transparency looks really good. Looks hella good. Donk. But way out there, not so much. Motion sickness. Will enemies be in it? Yeah. Enemies will be in it. Dude, this game's gonna be literally bigger than Breath of the Wild. And I mean that I mean literally bigger than Breath of the Wild. I played Breath of the Wild, I was like, wow, this is actually a lot smaller than I thought it would be. So I'm gonna do something about that. Because this game is based on Avatar The Last Airbender and several... Oh, I don't know if you could see it there, but the sun was going down in the corner there. You could see it through the water. That's terrible. I don't want that. Anyway, what was I saying? Bigger than Breath of the Wild. Based on Avatar The Last Airbender. Maybe a little bit of Korra. I don't really want to, though. It was not... Like, I liked Korra for what it was, but, like, it totally fucking ruined the series. Korra's a dumbass bitch. Like, I'm not a fan of her. Oh, collision? Okay, we shouldn't have collision. Oh yeah, Zelda and Avatar for the most part. I definitely get some inspiration from Okami as well, which I didn't feel the need to finish that game with the voices being really obnoxious. But art style wise, get some stuff from Okami. Oh yeah, let's show you the clouds. That's what I was talking about. That's why I'm flying. Oh, the motion sickness. I really need to change this camera. Like, I need to build a very intricate camera system because this is just ridiculous. And most games that right now just piss me off because their cameras are so lazy. I mean, sure, like, it fixes it a little bit when you have some transparency in there, but no. No. So now you can see the clouds moving some. I thought that would help the wind effect, or like give it a wind effect, but that might be a little too fast actually, now that I look at it. Gotta work on flight controls, but that kind of ties into camera a bit, so I can build camera first or simultaneously. Oh, I can build a minimal fire shooting type thing, because I have a fireball, but it's not really know if I really want to get into the element system yet, because there's a lot of specifics I'm trying to work out in my head here. Because, like, think about it. You're an earthbender, right? And I got earthbending abilities. Alright. Well, I basically just summoned a rock. Why didn't I affect the landscape around me? Because I'm standing on a rock. Right? So, I mean, now I'm thinking about voxels and stuff. Nah, I don't know. That's a lot of work. But I'm the type of person that little details like this would bug the hell out of me from another game, so I can't really let it happen on my game. I don't know. Let's add some money. Money, 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 money. Subtracting hearts. Ooh, no. And what did I do to heal? Oh, no, that's money. P's hearts. H, no. L, yeah. L. Do. So, got a little bit of the systems going in there. Wish this stamina wheel would fucking go away already. Such a simple fix. Or it's supposed to be simple logic. Aha. Yes. I need to make IK skeletons. And if you don't know what that is, that's inverse kinematics. Basically what it means is when I stand somewhere, my avatar is not just going to stay in his pose. The feet will adjust to the ground. Zelda Breath of the Wild has a pretty dope system for that, actually. So maybe I'll work on the climb system, because I really want to start some climbing. Give purpose to these mountains. And again, it could work on some AI and dialogue and all sorts of things. I don't know what I really want to specifically work on at this moment. I tend to just come from a day of hating the job I'm at and thinking about what I could be doing right now, and then like I'll have an idea of something, and then I'll just come home and start doing it, and then I'll be up for, I don't know. Like today, I get out of work at 11 p.m. I will probably be up till like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the fucking morning. Nap for a few hours. Like I think I only napped like 3 or 4 hours last night. It's gonna suck tonight, but it's not gonna suck as bad as tomorrow night because I get out at work at 1 a.m. and then I think the day like Saturday. What day is it even? I think like Saturday I get out of work at 2 a.m. So I'll probably be awake till like at least 8, 7, something like that. I grind every night. Every single night. Even if it's not this game, I grind something. Now, going back to my scaling thing I was talking about before, this is not really to scale. These boards should be smaller. If I leave it as is, this feels wrong. It just feels wrong. Yeah, like especially like this. I need to fix collision at minimum because like I'm in the water. I can fall right now. It's dumb. But Gabe, to answer your question about enemies, yeah, there's going to be a lot of different enemies, and it's not going to be the way Breath of the Wild did it, because that pissed me off. They had just like a spam of the same 4 enemies with different skin tones or skeletal variations, and that's just lazy. That is such laziness. I know they had to rush them. Up. Shit. Yes. I know they had to rush some things, but that's just pure lazy. I don't know if I like the grass like this. Honestly, I'm still playing with the idea of Z-up normals, because I kind of want it to be illuminated all the time. Or maybe I'll give it like its own illumination, kind of like the bamboo. But it looks really nice during the day. watching a sunrise. I really like the way that blows out like that. That was an accident, but it looked so good. I might, if I could put a texture on that sun, which I think I'd be able to because I can do it on the moon. I'm probably gonna do some interesting kind of swirly type thing. Kind of like that thumbprint looking thing that you see a lot in Japanese stuff. That'd be kind of interesting. It would almost look kind of like this fire. I want to add a dive. So I jump off here and I'm just like, woo, literal diving. Not this weird falling animation that I just recycled. That's gross. Want to add town in here. But hey, at least I got scaling right when I did this model. Better than what Cinti did as far as scaling. And reusability. Cough, cough. Thanks. I would say that I just fucked around a lot so far. I haven't really... I'm still kind of getting a feel for like what I want the game to be. There's not really... so, how do I put this? I have a really different approach to my games than really most studios. And the approach that I usually take to my games is usually ill-advised in general. Is usually warned against doing. I make the game world first before I ever work on story. I mean, I have a semblance of an idea of story because, like, before I could even make the game world, I have to have an idea of like what it is I want to do. But very lightly, like I make something that I would want to get lost in, and then I kind of just discover what it's going to be as I go along. I try to have an extremely open mind as I'm developing things. I do stick very inherently to a game design document when I work on them, but I don't fully flesh out a game design document until I have the exact picture in my mind of what it is that I'm going to be doing. And so as far as this game, this started as a study for lighting. I was working on End of Days, and the whole atmosphere just looked garbage, and I was like, alright, I need to figure out how the lighting system in Unreal works, and then also just terminology and things. So I just started throwing some shit together. Like, I had a really crappy looking scene. I think I even started with like a realistic approach when I started this. I have images still from the past and it looks nothing like what I have now. But yeah, I started it as an educational thing, and I kept it going because I felt myself getting lost in my own world as I started making it. So like this whole scene here, this whole like village area, this is a direct rip of one of Cinti's maps. Not a rip, it's literally an import of one of their maps. I took the entire scene, everything, and I just dropped it right here, and then I painted around it, and I added grass on top of it. I deleted things that I didn't want to be there. At some point, I got tired of looking at the trees the way they were. Today, I just enlarged all of these green trees because I wanted a more filled in appearance without having to constantly have new tree meshes. So, like you can see this tree line back here with the pine trees. They it looks nice. It looks filled in, but I might even like reduce the number of pine trees and just make them bigger. Same goes for the bamboo. Might reduce the amount that's there, make it bigger. I'll definitely put a vision occlusion volume so you can't see to the other side of them. That'll fix that. But started this as a study, kept going with it. It evolved into its own thing because I'd let it go somewhere. I didn't really have a set thing in mind while I was doing it. Aside from a general concept, the concept, and this is for most of my projects, I do like, I want this game to feel like a Legend of Zelda game put in the Avatar universe, and then my other goal for the project was to use only low poly, but then use realistic lighting, and then find like a blend between the two to make it look right. And then it just became this. Like over time, it's just evolved. Like I sometimes I'll completely change the lighting again. I will come in, just start fucking around with sliders, and be like, oh yeah, that looks better. uh, no particular direction. Like I just slide it all the way to the left, slide it all the way to the right, and then I don't look at the slider, and I just keep kind of like jiggling it back and forth with my hand, and kind of go, oh yeah, I like that right there. What's that value? Oh, all right, cool. Turning a bunch of systems on and off. Really just fucked around with the engine, and it just ended up into this. I'll tell you, most people that make projects like this, they don't know what they're doing. They're just playing with it. Like some of the greatest painters, they didn't have like a formal education in art or anything like that. They just did art like over and over and over. And that's kind of what I did here. So my approach for End of Days was, I want a game that, obviously in VR because I had started a VR project. I want a game that feels like Nazi zombies, but in a more open world environment. So I took the best of my favorite zombie games, which was Nazi zombies, especially like inspired by Shadows of Evil, the map, and Transit. Because if you ever like check out End of Days, because all of you in the beta group, you're gonna see this at some point. The game world map actually kind of looks like Transit a bit, but its theme is a lot more like Shadows of Evil. And I'm not gonna spoil anything, but thematically it's kind of similar too. So that's gonna be interesting. And, over time you let it evolve into something as you keep going. Like I didn't put restrictions on myself. I was playing, and I was really like the wave repetitiveness started happening, like started getting to me. So I was like, okay, well, what if I gave it a stealth aspect? And that changed things completely. Still same game that I wanted, but it gave me more of what I was looking for, like not just constant grind, but exploration, which is important to me. So it became more of like a Left 4 Dead kind of situation, and I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I really like Left 4 Dead. So it's gonna be like open world Left 4 Dead, but I don't really know where the line is between an open world Left 4 Dead and Dead Rising, because I feel like Dead Rising is just a sandbox game, essentially. um, but it's kind of like a blend between those two, based in the atmosphere of the Nazi zombies universe that I liked. So that's where that's how that evolved. And I just keep playing with it. Like, I started because one of the themes of the game has to do with chaos and insanity, or chaos and I mean, I guess insanity. It was a different word we wanted to use there, but so I started playing around with this idea of, like, what if I made like a Slenderman type character that pops up when you get too far away from like any established location. So if you spend enough time just in the woods, away from, oh, if you're by yourself, if you're playing solo, because the mechanic works a little bit different in multiplayer. When you're solo, if you go too deep in the woods, too far away from like light source, I guess. Although it like even carrying a flashlight's not gonna save you. If you get away from like the main building, just start walking in the woods. You have an insanity meter that will start to go up over time, and then you'll start to see some shit that will just really fuck with you. Like, really fuck with you. And once your insanity meter's full, they'll start physically hurting you. Like, it'll become a more of like just happens to you situation. Um, and that came from my thoughts on like a Slenderman type character, but he's not really like a Slenderman type character. He's I can't give away. I can't give it away. It's too good. I want to see all the jump scare videos. Well, I don't know. It, I I take the compliment. Thank you. But I find it weird because all I'm really doing at this point is thinking of other people's works and just like remixing them together in a blender. I would like to see something completely from scratch on my own, but I feel like at that point I might have a tough time there. I have a real hard time thinking of things from scratch. Usually I get inspired by other things. But that's all that's why most of everything ever created came from something else. So, I mean, I don't feel awful about it, but at the same time, I'm not this random ass savant who can just fucking think of shit off the top of his head, you know? I just really enjoy certain things, and I am a nerd, so I kind of think about them a lot and obsess over them, and I just kind of put them into a mixing bowl. That's what I do here. Like when I made this little islet over here, I was thinking of Zelda right here. I was thinking about something specific. What was it? It was like sort of like the Master Sword, but not really. I was thinking of kind of how you go into the Forest Temple, or like not the Forest Temple, not one of the 3D Zeldas. I was thinking of like the handheld Zeldas. There was just like this little islet plateau thing. It would be a set of stairs, and you'd be top down. Because I was making this from a top-down view from the editor camera. I was just looking like, oh, climb up here. Maybe there's a dank ass treasure chest. Maybe there's a guard walking around down here. I don't know. There's nothing particular set up here. It's just something I did. I just let it happen, and I haven't touched it since. And I'm gonna forget about it, and I'm gonna work on another project at some point, and then I'm gonna open this up again and be like, why did I do this? What am I gonna put here? And then I'm just gonna make something, even if it's not anywhere near along the lines of what I thought about before. So it's like this entire thing over here was supposed to be like a waterfall river situation, and I just made it a path into the mountains. Like this, I made this just cause. But now that I think about it, there's no trees up here. Alright? Nothing. Where the hell did that dog come from? So I'm probably gonna hang a sign. If I could somehow make this area bigger, now that I think about it, maybe I'll even make it like this whole area up here. Maybe I'll make it like, so I don't think this is gonna give anything away, but I've been thinking about a race, kind of like how in Zelda they have like the Zoras, the Gorons, and stuff like that. I was thinking about doing a race of like bears, um, led by a chieftain who's a panda bear, and it would be kind of like Kung Fu Panda-esque. Maybe I could put like a little village up here for them, some huts randomly scattered around. I don't know. It doesn't have to be mega big or anything. Just for an art style check, you know. And then in the actual game, it'll be a much bigger village. Probably be about the scale of Hatno Village, if that's how you pronounce it, in Breath of the Wild. Nothing really too big because they're small band. Not really like a bossing say type thing. Which, by the way, I am totally gonna take that challenge on. I am gonna try and make a huge ass city at some point in here. If I have to use some procedural generation to help me, I fucking will, but I want that bossing say sized city. I want it real bad. Doink. Oh yeah, I'm a ninja, I can walk on water. No, I'm just kidding, like I never change the collision settings. Because it would suck if you just got stuck underwater with this glider. Herp a derp a herp a herp a derp a herp. Alright. Well, I'm gonna get back to editing this now because I've spent too much time just like nothing, doing nothing. Anyway, we're going back to center monitor. Let me fix this. Okay, done with that. Alright. What am I going to work on? Oh, wait, what? Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this FPS change right here? Looking right here, getting like 110 FPS. Turn to the right, 40. Ugh. Ugh, gross. Oh man, I need to do something about these foliage components. It's fucking disgusting how this is optimized. So bad. So bad. It's because there's nothing right here. There's nothing. This is landscape component, or this is actually not even a landscape. This is all static mesh right here, which is retarded. I need to straight up just get out of this. Like this component right here, or this thought process right here on Cinti's part, straight lazy. Like just pure lazy. Irritates me how freaking lazy this was. Like, who's gonna be able to walk up this slope? Is this a background? What is this? Dumb. Just dumb. I wonder if I should make the pond water this color. Well, I can't actually, because that's the ocean mesh. Well, what do I want to work on? Alright, first let's check why the stamina gauge is not showing up, or not doing what it's supposed to do. We are gonna game capture, go away. We are gonna pop into here real quick. Okay, so this is how my stamina recharges. Nothing crazy. Future reference. I have this on a tick. If you are a game developer, don't do any of this shit right here. Like, a jump tick? What the fuck? Ugh. Gross. Just gross. So dumb. Like, I started this stuff when I was a noob. Now I gotta go back and refactor it all at some point. But for now, I'm just gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work and then I'll worry about it later. Alright. So, if my stamina, my max stamina, minus my current stamina, is less than 1, oh, I feel like I just figured that out a lot faster than I thought. I did this all at like 4 in the morning. I was so tired. So I want this. So originally I had this as equal. So if my current stamina, no, my max stamina minus my current stamina is less than 1. So that's because floating point errors. Thank you to, I forget who it was in the Discord that helped me out with that. Thank you so much. Who's posting in Duality right now? I can't hook you up with a key quite yet, James. I just bought this. Man, I reserved my slot on Steam already, but I have not submitted a build. Also, this is too janky right now. Okay. Alright. Stream chat. Alright, so floating point error check. Awesome. If that is the case, true. Do once. Set timer function by name. Hide stamina. So, where's hide stamina? Hide stamina. Stamina gauge. Visibility. Set hidden. I did this because I don't want it to immediately disappear when it's full. So, call an editor. Oh, can I even access the game HUD from here? I think I can, right? Let's selected viewport. Okay, so that's there now. It's probably not going to go away. Eject. HUD. Alright, let's see if this works. Okay, so I got HUD. Aha. I cannot call this in editor. What is my HUD class? What the fuck? Oh, this is my widget. This is my widget game HUD. Game HUD C. Where does my HUD get added? Event graph. Oh boy. Here's the gameplay. The gameplay. Okay. So my HUD reference is actually in the player controller. So if I go to this, I want main player controller. There's no camera management because fuck that. Okay, so this isn't going to show it either, which means I gotta just open it. And here it is. Create game HUD widget. So huh. Is this not even actually set as my HUD? Is it just a bunch of widgets right now? What is my HUD component? What does this even do? Litty. Lit. It's not even being used. Fuck. Nice. Nice. Oh man, 4 a.m. Aaron is such an asshole sometimes. I mean, Starkey. So, HUD. Let's create a HUD. What is this? What do I have here? Let's go to import. Assets. Blueprints. What's in HUD? Oh, what is this? Did I work on something here? What the fuck is this? Text. Side X. What was I even doing here? Let me bring you guys in on this. Like, what the fuck is this? I was playing, so... Oh. You know what? I know what this is. I brought in the hang glider example from one of the Epic packages. And I must have brought this in from it too. Or tried to copy it or something. I don't know. Useless to me now. Don't even fucking need that. Well, anyway, I mean, do I even need a HUD class right now? Probably be better if I did. No, I don't. It's not needed right now. I want to be able to call hide stamina, but it's not even necessary like that. So I don't need the HUD class. So let's get down to the real root of the problem here. So, I believe the root of my problem. So hide coins works. Let's go to show coins. I could do this the optimized way, or I could do this the unoptimized way. For the sake of getting it to work, let's do it the unoptimized way. Don't care about that. I want to show stamina. Okay. Stamina visibility is called condition. Override, true or not. Okay. So this is my bypass for keeping it on screen when I want it there to stay there. But that's not being used at the moment for anything but flying. Although, does that get used? Let's find references. Update stamina, no override. Does this get called here? Stamina visibility does not get called. Let's find more references here. Here, override. So, if this gets set once somewhere, I'm assuming it stays there. But if it gets called again, it should set it back to normal. That really shouldn't be a big deal. Override gets called on jump. Also on flying. Although I probably don't want it on jump, honestly. Not really a need for that. Okay. So let's go into jump again. Turn this off for jump. Don't really need that. What is this? For flying, I want to keep it on screen. For sprinting, this isn't even working, actually. Probably don't even need to call this here, honestly. Yeah, probably don't even need to call that. Second I eat away some of my stamina, it should just pop up on screen, most likely. So I want that there. override these, see what happens. Huh, that's weird. Well, that changed the way the wheel worked. I don't know why. Why would that change the way the wheel works? Well, that works. Huh. Wait a minute. Hmm. Sorry if you didn't see what I was doing over here. Max current, nice. So now we're just gonna do because I wonder if I was never actually inputting. Just for the sake of this, I'm gonna leave this messy for a minute. Because I have a suspicion now that this might have been the problem. I was calling the visibility, but I was never inputting any values, so they were always equal. take a peek here. Nope. Maybe I gotta play around with retriggerable delays. Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it. Definitely don't need it. Don't need it. Alright. This guy's got it. You can keep it. That's fine. Yeah, I don't need that. Make a call to it. Maybe I'll make a little function in here called poke. It'll just kind of wake it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna make a little thing called poke, so I can fix this workaround. So I poke it. Just gonna set visibility to true. Local variable, not an actual local variable. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Poke. So take poke, set poke. Very clean. I don't really like that. So you hit and execute. Is he poked? Yes. Set true. And then go about their merry fucking life. Is it poked? No. Continue on your way. Does it? So No, that should be fine. Because override. How do I have my flying tick set up? Yeah. Yeah. So that's really unoptimized, but it's going to keep it awake. So override true. Visibility do once. Wait. Why the fuck did I do this? So if it's overridden, I just want it to stay on screen. But what I did is set my visibility to true, and then I called the. Well, that's fine. That's just gate logic. So that if it's override's not true, and then this value. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that's fine. Just had a panic attack for a minute. No big deal. But keeps calling it. Override's not true. Poke. That should be fine. So when I jump, I just want to poke it. Just give a nice little stabby stab with my finger. Okay, so yeah, whatever. We poke it here. We poke it there. Flying tick. Cool. And what's this? That should be an ignore. But this is called every tick. So every tick, it's gonna keep. So I have two different ticks calling this function. One of them's going stay on screen. The other one's going, no, you're good, you're good, you're good. Fucking leave, dude. Overriding it. I'm overriding it. I'm gonna ignore it. Technically, I also want a boolean on my flying tick so that I don't keep calling this tick in several ticks. Get to that in a minute. But I'm not flying, so that tick's not being called, so I don't have to think about it right now. Or do I? Because it's on tick, flying tick is gliding, so this gliding is not set to true, so it's not going to touch this. So it should be fine. So why would it not be calling this shit right here? Oh, I wonder if I poke. Where'd it go? I just poke it. Poking it wakes it up, but like. I wish I could just do current stamina equals max stamina. Floating point areas being a bitch. That should be the same. I don't know why that never worked. Pop. It's on screen. Touch nothing. I'm not touching a damn thing. That's been too long. Call coins. 1 coin. Disappears. Why the fuck is it staying on screen? What is hide stamina trying to hide? Better question is, what is hide coins hiding? Just a picture? What if, instead of hiding the stamina gauge, I hide the stamina overlay. But it starts hitting. Pop. Never calls it. That's what this thing is doing. It's never calling hide stamina. Because I got a print string on it and it's never calling it. So that's another issue. Set visibility, hide stamina. So if that timer keeps getting, it could actually keep getting called and then the retriggerable delay never happens. So if I pop in here, if I shift F1 real quick, add my debug. Alright, it's constantly being called right now. Poke is false. Condition is false. I just want this to happen once. And this is an issue I keep having with Unreal. The do once nodes don't work the way they're intended. Okay, see what happens. I jump, pops up. It's never gonna disappear because the thing never fucking goes. So I don't want this one closed. Right? I think I want that one closed, and then I want to do this. Pop. Let's see what I got here. What do you mean? See, these logic gates don't work the way they're intended to. In hard code, they work so simple, but in Unreal, this has been an issue every time I try to use these. They're not even self-explanatory. I could probably... My stamina wheel is not disappearing on screen. So for example, I have the same logic system set up for the coins. Let me, right monitor turned off. Coins are there, right? I don't know if you can see this. No, you can't. So if I go, no, actually that's the wrong one. Coins. Coins, I'm adding coins, I'm adding coins. I stop adding coins, and it disappears. It's the same code for the stamina wheel. I jump, and it will never disappear. Once it's on screen, it never disappears. Right now, it's not disappearing because I don't have any code set up. But if I do this, even how do I want to do this? Poke, false. I wanted to have it set up in such a way that when my stamina meter is full, it waits a few seconds and then it just shuts itself off. Like it just disappears. And I had issues before with floating points, as far as I believe, because I don't think it was floating point errors. I actually think it was just that fucking do once thing never working. So, not that. So let's do this. If I do this, if I do these two floats are the same condition, true. We want to just well, this is gonna reset it. The problem is that I can only call this one time. Otherwise, it just keeps resetting the timer. I could set it up with booleans if I wanted to, but that's overcomplicating a system that's supposed to work off of already pre-built nodes, which I don't know why they don't work. I'm getting to the point where I almost just want to make my own and put them in the Rama's blueprint library, because I actually have the Victory plugin. I don't know if I have it in here though. I don't have it in here. I probably will add it in here because those quaternions are fucking horrible. Or needed, rather. So, I'm going to do this. I can, but it's not going to matter. That's not the issue. The issue is that I can only call this node one time, or else it just keeps resetting itself and will never fire the function. So I can make a branch to check on a boolean. I'm even willing to try this. No, that's not. I could do it the simple way, but it's not going to get the desired effect I want. Because I know this will work. Pop, full, disappears. Not what I want though. I want it to wait like a minute. And I don't want it to keep calling it, because if you look here, it's constantly pinging the set visibility node. I don't want that. That's terrible for performance. You don't want to keep calling on something you don't need. That's why you don't rely on ticks, by the way. So, I don't want to do it like that. I want a do once. could do a delay, but it's still going to keep calling it. Wait a minute. I can do this? Oh! Ooh, buddy! Ooh, buddy! I didn't realize this. It's a straight up macro already. Yeah, but again, the problem, if I do it that way, Nilsson, is that my tick, because this is running off of a game tick, it will literally continually call that statement while this variable is true. And it will continue to be true unless I'm spending energy. So I don't want it to keep saying, you are hidden, you are hidden, you are hidden, you are hidden. I don't need to. My mic is low? Hold on. Is that better? Yeah, no. So I really just wanted to go, you are hidden once. That's it. And then I just want to cut it off. And then I only want to call that again when I need to. And I can turn it up more. I'm afraid of my computer fan being too much. Is that better, open world? But anyway, so let's look at this do once and figure out why the hell it doesn't work. So input sequence. I don't know what this is. Local boolean. Flow control. Oh, weird. Oh, okay, well. Anyway, input branch. Local boolean has been initiated. True. Is it no longer the first run? True. Do we want to start closed? Close the gate. Reset opens this gate. I don't think this is connected from what I'm looking at here. Do once. Set timer. Oh, by event? No, that's not what I want. Timer. Timer by a function name. Just gonna call this 2 seconds. Hide stamina. Hide stamina. Hide stamina. Hide stamina. Cool. So fire it 1 time. Let's just see if this works 1 time. See, that's leaking through. That's still pumping out. I jump. It's so dumb. Still on screen for those of you who can't see. Stamina visibility. Is that true? Set timer by event. So if I start closed, fires it 1 time. I jump, shows up. Now it's never going to call it because that reset's never called. That's why I had this before where I did do once. Actually, let's do it this way. Make a custom event here. Can I? Oh no, this is a function. Ah, shit. So you can't make custom events in functions. That's bad. Can't do this the way I want to. Yeah, this is gonna run like crap as well because okay, it's closed, the run through resets. It didn't even really. No, I cannot call custom events in functions because it's a function. Huh. I could just convert my function into an event. But now I'm determined, because this is the type of thing that is dumb. Like, that do once node, that should just work. And it doesn't. So now, I gotta make it work, because this is how I learn things. I don't want to take the easy way out. So, if I do it like this, I could have this function fire one time by checking on a boolean, which it would only be open to fire if let's make this into a local variable. We're gonna call open. Condition open's true, okay, and then we're gonna set open to, man, I always forget now. Open to false. Okay, so that sets open to false. How do we make open open? So right here, if this is not true, we're gonna set, oh, actually, if this is not true, set open true. Let's just see what that does. Pop. Oops. Well, why wouldn't that work? Because open is true. So why doesn't it set open false? Right there. Open should be false. Right there. Someone want to explain that one to me? So why would a local variable always be true? Oh, things I did not know. Interesting. That's very interesting. So that is a conditional setup. So what if I do this? Open. Fuck you. Yes! Something stupid simple like that. Stupid simple! love and hate relationship with Unreal. This would have been stupid quick if it was like C++ or C#. Jump. Okay. Yes. What do you think? Is 3 seconds too long? I thought 2 seconds was too short. Let's go with 2.5, see what we got. Jump. Okay. Yeah, that's alright. I like that. I don't mind that at all. Oh, man. Just gonna go bask in the joys finishing this stupid task. Took me all night long. On all day. Now I've only got 2 hours to my job. Oh, God. It's the dumb little things. It's always the dumb little things that bother me. Do I have any more coffee? I do! Yes. God, I love coffee. Alright, we got that annoying task out of the way. While I'm here, let's set up what else can affect the stamina bar. So far, flying affects the stamina bar, jumping affects the stamina bar. What was wrong with sprinting? That was the thing. Alright. Hey, Game Rickster, what's good, bro? You want to take a peek at Duality? I think it's a very pretty game. What you think? Let me tweak that skybox for you. Ooh, ooh, pretty. Ooh, what's that? Oh, look at that moon. Ooh, nice. Nice. Go back into this stuff over here. And... oh, Christ. Every time. Why did I do that? Why do I do this to myself? Thank you. Man, I just... thank you so much. I'm really hoping to get Twitch affiliate so I can just do this as my day job and stop killing myself delivering pizzas as a side job and living off of no money, because that's what I'm doing. But I love game dev so much. It's worth it. Honestly, like, I have no desires to do really much of anything else these days. Besides vape and drink coffee, my guy. Okay. Game view. Let's go back to sprinting. What was the problem with sprinting? Okay, I hit sprinting. Current stamina. Update stamina. So this does not call update stamina. But why? Or at least it didn't before. It might now after all that work. I don't actually know. Let's find out. Got in here. Alright. Hop right on this shit. Alright. Okay, so it shows up, disappears. Alright, so it's just up, but only once. Interesting. What's our variables right now? Sprinting. stamina -2. So is this happening on tick? I don't think this is happening on tick, actually. That's probably why, because everything else is set up on tick. So it's not gonna... Oh, man, I fucking hate tick. I really do. What do I want to do with this? I guess I could do it like flying. I really don't want to do it like that. It should be a conditional of while this is pressed. It's actually kind of slow. He's a ninja, for God's sakes. Let's make him run fast. Condition. Current stamina is greater than 0. Let's, might even do that a little bit bigger. Let's try 0.2, because that, current stamina -2. So that's going to do that one time, and then it's going to update that. Update stamina. That will work the way it normally works. However, this is not functioning as a repetitive task. This is functioning as a one-time action. So that works. Let's see if a do while. Oh yeah, we don't have those in Unreal, do we? Just a while loop. Actually, I know what I was doing before. I never finished. Sprinting. Do that. Yeah. Just like that. Completed. What the hell do we do when it's done? Probably nothing. I don't feel like I need to. Let's see if that works. Pop right on in here. Do. Nope, that shit does not work. Just period. Does not even bring up our little buddy, the stamina meter. Oh, it's because I'm retarded. Alright. It's because I forgot to put a variable on it. Aha! Here we go. And... oh, fucking... destroy the game. Yay, crash. Infinite loop detected. That's not an infinite loop, dude. It's a conditional statement. Yeah, I don't want to continually set that either, so maybe I'll move that back. let's cut that back a little bit. So, conditional statement. Loop body, do this. Conditional statement. Is true. And, well, this and this are true. Get rid of that. That should work. Although, what is my little macro here? Made one for stamina math. Stamina math. Yep, that's the one I want. Don't need any of this garbage. Try that shit out. No? Are you gonna tell me that's an infinite loop again? That's not an infinite loop. That's not what a fucking infinite loop is. Oh my god. Yo, did that completely freeze Unreal? This is why a bunch of noobs make things on tick, honestly. Terrible practice, don't do that. Oh, is my code not showing up? So here's the unfortunate side of things. Unreal is now frozen. Yay. I don't even know how I'm gonna break this process. Alright, let's try some IT work here. Alright, right on into that shit. So it's both of them, and as usual, Unreal doesn't let me differentiate between processes because it's just dumb. Boop. It's a nice League of Legends background. I don't even play League anymore. Oh, man. No one sue me for that name. Are you... Who's 85TT? Have you been here this whole time? job. Open group. Dude, when did you pop in? I just realized that you're the one who was responding to me. Where did you come from? The 85 TT, that's cool. Preparing my lunch. Yeah, I gotta do that as well at some point. Oh, hey, let's do this because I never showed anyone else. Hello, by the way. Bonjour. Hope that's not insulting. Restore. I'm gonna show off the main menu because I don't think I showed anyone. I showed a video of it, but I never actually yeah. I think it's pretty sweet looking. So I'm going to take these leaves from this particle effect and I'm going to make those pink, and then I'm going to use that for those other trees later. Oh yeah. This happens every single time I boot up Unreal. It forces me to turn on my VR. So I have to reset my variables here. Let me exit VR as well, because that's going to be taking up a bunch of stuff. I don't want that. Alright, let's try this now. Probably going to blur the background a little bit more, give it like a depth of field thing. But these, because there's already one there, but I had to do it very subtly because these water tornadoes don't disappear. They totally negate that effect for some reason. And now the massive load. I'm gonna have to do quite a bit of optimizing. Oh, you know what I never checked is if the stamina meter is going to disappear when it's full now. It shouldn't, because of the flying checkbox. Yeah. Cool. I'm probably going to make that stamina meter pixelated as well. I'm going to do like a weird combination of, not like quite pixel art, but like sort of polygonal, I guess. Because if you look at the hearts really closely, they are low poly, like a stylized low poly Photoshop heart. It's not going to work for the stamina meter, but I might make the stamina meter just like straight solid pixels. So kind of like an 8-bit circle or something like that, if you know what I mean. Anyway, back to the main menu. And let's get back into this level. I gotta do something about the loading time for that grass too. That takes too long. Okay, so we were working on sprinting. And none of that got saved. I don't want to run it on tick. Let me open up my monitor here. I don't really want to run this on tick. Like everything else. I wanted to do a do while the thumbstick is pressed down. And since when it's pressed, it's sprinting. When it's not sprinting. A dual while should have been totally fine, but for some reason it totally lagged the crap out of Unreal. And I think it's because a do while actually operates faster than the tick does. So it was doing the function so many times. Technically, if a do while operates faster than the game tick itself, I should be building more systems off of that. Oh yeah, I don't even need this. Oh. That might have been my issue, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna dig into C++ for that. So while current stamina, where's my do while? I had one in there before the game crashed, and now I'm thinking about this a little bit differently. But I'm gonna look at this for a second. So, thumbstick, press this. Is this supposed to, I'm still not 100% certain if these thumbstick events are one-time action. Like one-time firing events. So let's holding it. Yep. All right. So they're one-time. So I press it. Sprint. Okay. I'm gonna disconnect this. Sprinting is true. Do this. I only want to do that set once. But for now, I'll just hold on to that. So while I don't know, right here is where I had issues before. So I'm just gonna ignore that for a minute. While current stamina is greater than 0.2. And this subtracts it. Although before I had this as a -2, so I'm gonna see what happens now. But I'm gonna real quick. What was I doing? Oh yeah, sprint. Let me set this to sprint. Why can't I do that? It's altering the condition in its own loop. And then it's saying once it, because the loop is subtracting 2, and once it's no longer above 0.2, or rather eh. Okay. Wow, a do while loop runs stupid fast. It literally instantly depletes it. What about 0.2? It's instant. Jesus. That is incredibly, like, that is stupid fast. Oh my god. almost better to do that on a tick. Let's just see if I can make this work correctly first. Oops. Add one here. Just fucking give this a test. Okay. This will open the gate to a do once set this, and then while this is doing that, do all that, and then when that condition is no longer met, we're also going to do this. So now, triggering this loop, start closed. Reset. We only want to reset under what conditions? Actually, this isn't going to work because it's totally going to ignore this, and it's just going to spend my stamina anyway. So I don't even want this. So sprint. Alright, let's look at this unoptimized. Unoptimized, if I run on sprint on a tick, do this every single frame. No good. Do not want to do that. So I only want to call this once, and then I want to do this every frame. So this should be the should we move over to conditional statement branch. This is true. Do we have enough stamina? But that's not the right number, so I want to have if stamina is greater than so we've depleted all of our stamina. That'll be the exhaustion thing will be a different thing for now. We want our stamina to be at least, let's call it like 8. We want our stamina to be greater than 8 for now. Okay. Press the button. Stamina greater than 8. Yep. Okay. Set that to true, and that happens on fire once. This opens this gate, and it will continue to do such and such until that is no longer meeting that condition, and then it will also forcefully close this gate, which we can let go at any time to fire that event. And that seems good. Yep, works the way I want. But we really want more than that, so we want to take our conditional statement should be if our current stamina is greater than max stamina divided by, let's call it 4. Let's call it 4. We want at least a quarter of our stamina back before we start doing some dumb shit. So let's do that. Now that movement speed still feels too low, so let's set this to 500, maybe even 400, and then let's set our max to like, I don't know, like 1500. He's a freaking ninja, dude. He's gotta run fast. Oh, yes, sorry. we go. Okay, so yeah, that's a sprint right there. That is the sprint we are looking for. Nice. Alright. Yep. Yep. Alright, and our jump, our regular jump, maybe the double jump will cost stamina. Maybe the regular jump won't. When did I start my game? That's complicated. I started this game a very long time ago as just like a fuck around project, and then I came back to it as a serious project at some point. But it started as an art thing, and then I have turned it into what it's supposed to be, but not really. It's getting there. It's a little complicated to understand off the bat, but if you kind of like follow me a bit and maybe even jump in the Discord, have a discussion about it, I think you'll understand like where I'm coming from, because I take a really this is explained earlier in the stream too, so you might even be able to rewind and get the recap, but I take a really unorthodox approach to a lot of my game design philosophies. And by unorthodox, I mean a lot of the time it's kind of suggested not to go the route that I do. But I do anyway, and it tends to work out in my favor. So, because I do whatever I want. Fuck society. Yep. I gotta make something that can damage him. Oh, hey, look at that. Where's the stamina wheel? Oh. Uh-oh. More bugs with the stamina wheel. What bugged out the stamina wheel? Oh, man. Let's poke the stamina wheel at the end of this. Give it a poke. Pretty sure that had to do with the flying tick there. I think something may have been getting in the way with that. Jumping, didn't come back. Sprinting, didn't come back. Ugh. Flying, didn't come back. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why? Why won't it come back now? This is dumb. Stamina, visibility. We're going to go to you, and we're going to find all references. Okay. Jump. You know, I got a feeling this is just at the end of sprint because it worked totally fine before. Okay. Let's do a test real quick. We're just gonna sprint. Sprinting, doing our thing. Blah 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 blah. Burnt out. Okay, done. Stamina wheels recharging. Disappear. And now, does it come back? It doesn't. So this has to do with sprint, just like I thought. Supposedly. Better question. Does it happen when I fly? Or when I jump? Okay, disappear. Okay. Jumping. Doesn't come back. Why? Interesting. Why wouldn't that come back? Probably not. I don't think I did. I have it set up on conditional statements, but I don't think I actually did. So I wouldn't be able to do that here because you can modify your max stamina, and I can't set this with a variable. Right, sorry, I forget about that a lot. It doesn't really matter. So let's go back. I'm pretty sure it has to do with tick. Sprinting, true. Okay, sprint. Stamina visibility is. Disconnect this real quick. Okay, it's not related to sprint in any way, shape, or form. this could be a floating point issue. I think I have a different idea where it is. Yep. I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. Sprinting. Disappear. There it is. Yeah, because earlier in the video I had added the overlay widget to the list of things that gets hidden, which contains the stamina wheel, but I never added it to the add back visibility type situation. So that was the problem. Gonna make the climbing system soon. Is that a hole in the mesh? Fuck you, Cinti. Dude, you always do stupid shit like this. It's like always little things that are overlooked. Really should take the time to fucking do, because it's low poly, man. Low poly, not hard work. Just take your time, clean shit up. Bothers the hell out of me. I pay so much money for this stuff. Literally own every single one of their asset packs, and yet it's always some stupid bullshit like this. They make so much money off of everyone. Like the mobile app store, oh my god, flooded with their assets. Fucking flooded. They're too worried about the dollar amount, fucking time spent on it to actually make a quality product. I have to start fucking being competitive with them about it if they keep this up, because like I could do it too. Alright, turn the code off real quick. I could do a some of the element systems. Oh yeah, I never updated that. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be fixed. Alright, I got work in an hour, so I'm gonna wrap up the stream soon. Save all. Close that window. Yeah, I gotta make that conditional statement work for jumping, because you should not be able to jump without a certain number. Yeah, it was a hole in a paid mesh. Like, I've had so many issues with Cinti products, even though they're beautiful. They are broken, always broken, and not enough time and effort put into their shit. For example, on End of Days, another game I'm working on, I use a lot of their simple style meshes, which is just cubes and shit. Really, it's like not even as much effort as this polygon style. But double faces everywhere. Every single product not properly aligned to the grid, everything was slightly askew. Everything. And that setup never got changed in all of their products. As far as I'm aware, still, they probably have some sort of like if they do it in Blender, their default scene's probably slightly askewed, and they never fixed it. And every product after that was just slightly askew, and that's such a bitch to fix in Blender. Not probably that hard in Maya, but in Blender it's such a bitch because you don't have exact measurement as much, really. Snapping is not really as good. Just such a pain in the ass. Yeah, man, when I expect to buy a mesh of this simplicity, I expect it to be watertight, because why the fuck would it not be? Honestly. Like, alright. Let me ask you a question. This board right here, see how you could see into the house a little bit in it? What do you think that is? Do you think that's intentional by polygon, or do you think that's UVs, or do you think that's transparency on a texture? Let's find out, because I got a pretty good idea. Pretty damn good idea what that's gonna be. Yep, all of that is straight up just geometry, which is a waste. It's a big waste. Why would I ever need to have a double-sided face on this board, for example? The inside of your building doesn't. You don't have double-sided faces here. Why do I have them, like, on this fucking door? Why do I have them on this roof? This all adds up over time. Especially if they're getting into the mobile market, it makes no sense. None. And I've spent enough time, like, I really love their art style, don't get me wrong. As artists, they are freaking amazing. But as salesmen, as someone running a business, I can't help but be like, what the fuck? All the time. Like, here's the gross color these trees used to be. And then I modified it just slightly by adding a tint to make it look right. I understood the look they were going for here, but this wood's like bordering on purple. And actually, in some cases, it is that bad. This is supposed to be wood. It's fucking purple. You ever seen any wood that's purple? Like, in ancient Japan? No, dude. No. So much stuff, I just go, what? Look at all this. Look at all this. See this thing? How much of this do you think is geometry and how much do you think of this is texture? How much of this do you think you could get away with just texture? It's retarded. It's fucking retarded. They started wisening up a bit because, see the ground here? This is from their new nature pack. This is texture. This is straight up just texture. Now, normally I would have taken to geometry to do this for the landscape, but they added texture. However, that's not a lot of UVs. That would actually be way more performant, so that's a situation where it's good on them. But, like, there's a lot of things that just could be done much better without much effort. Really? That's not what I want. I just want something to hold this lion up. I don't really want like a... ridiculous. Some of this stuff is supposed to be like multi-use, multi-purpose type situation. It's not. Unless I made this a torch, which would be a little cool. I'd be a little interested in seeing that be a torch, but not extremely. That needs to be fixed. And then like this is fucking, this was the same model. All I did was replace it as a blueprint. It's in the stairs. In the fucking stairs. Hanging off the edge. What is that? What is that? This was their example. Straight retarded. Now this takes away from my play space because like this was how it was set up. You could get away with it here if you just move it. Nope, not enough space. Fucking retarded. So dumb. They want to build out something that looks nice, but they like totally forget this is a game, not a scene. I might even move these over more. Nah, too much effort. Don't want to do that. Yeah, more of it. Why? Even more of it. It's just stupid. Like this is intentionally what the setup was, and it's just broken. Anyone's gonna look at that and be like, "That's ugly." I can use it on any game I release as long as from the Unreal Marketplace. That's what the I think there might be like one subtle difference between a couple sellers, like where one of them is you have to use it in Unreal Engine 4 specifically. I think that's what the terms of use are, because these guys normally make assets on Unity, and they just spam the shit out of them all over the Unity Marketplace. But so they moved into Unreal as well, but their production time for Unreal is significantly slower, and they really kind of just don't give a shit. Like, just period, they just don't. At least that's my impression, because that's how they make themselves appear, is they don't really care. Why is there even a fence here in the first place? Like, this should technically... What is this? This should technically be like stairs or something. How are the guards gonna get into this tower? They just always hop the railing? No. Stupid. I'm talking about everything's freaking slightly askew, always. It's impossible to line anything up. And what do I even do with a set of stairs that just sticks out like this? Like, how do I fix that? How do I remedy that? Lower it to make it match, but now I got this weird ass little stone thingy just sticking out the bottom. They just don't care. I don't think they understand the purpose of these assets and reusability. Like, they made a tunnel here that I can go through, but then look, what the fuck is this? You know? But they even put stairs here. They even put stairs on it. It's into what? Literally a face full of dirt. Yeah, they did. This was their demo scene, and they just took a bunch of screenshots of how you can use the assets, but then this is literally unusable in a game, so it defeats the purpose. There. How easy would have that been for them to just put some minimal effort in? Like, dumb easy. I mean, yeah, this fence overlaps a little bit. Whatever. Do I need a fence here? I got this big ass thing. Probably even do me better if I just moved it over more. Put the fence here. Their assets are totally fine as like background props you don't pay any attention to, but that's not what I was going for. I like them as foreground props. You know, I have to apply a lot of effort to use some of these. Like, I guarantee you, even though this is a flag, I guarantee you that this mesh does not have any weight painting on it, so I would have to weight paint it myself if I wanted to apply a flowing material to it. Making a gradient that goes from whatever to like about here is not a big deal. It takes all of 1 second. 1 second. No, they definitely wouldn't have thought of that. Or if they did, they didn't care, because they always try to bang out their assets too quick. This is interesting and all, but like, what even is this? And why is it not on the center of it? It's so stupid. I don't even know what I'm going to use this for. But I'm not going to look at that the way it is. That's what I'm saying though. They made all these assets and they just like threw the map together real quick. But I don't even know what this is supposed to be. A background. Yeah, I said they built this city, but I've been modifying it over time. Like, it's supposed to be an example of how to use these pieces modularly, but it's strictly for like, you can only look at it and you can never touch or get near it enough to like interact with it because it's actually broken. So that's essentially how they set their stuff up. Well, that's good enough for now. I don't even know why I'm fussing over it. I'm never going to use this actual map in the game. Ah. I'm a little confused as to like why my trees cast shadows, but then these obelisks don't. I've been really confused about that. It does a self shadow, but like there's no shadow on the ground. Ah, I always love that. That's so cool. You think it looks interesting now? Ah, fucked up. I fucked up. Keep forgetting to put things on the ground. You think it looks interesting now? Wait till you can sail on the ocean. And there's also like a lot of not necessarily Asian-esque looking areas as well. It's a very big game. make that climb system. I also gotta figure out what to do with these LODs in the background here, because these islands are literally just little sprite sheets. I want to have, just like in Wind Waker out in the distance, the outlines of the other places you can go. What do you think? Should I put grass on the top of these mountains? Purple wood. Who's seen purple wood before? Not me. Smooth the edges, you say? Would you be referring to like some sort of effect like these corners here? Like the ground here? Oop, oop, oop. Like this? Or maybe more like, oops. These camera controls suck. Maybe more like this. The camera and the flying, yeah, I definitely should. It's like right on my list of things to do. That and climbing. Once I get those two things in there, it's a pretty set up system. I gotta say, you know, there's one other game that inspired the look for this. It's called Little Devil Inside, and it hasn't even been released yet. I backed it on Patreon like fucking 3-4 years ago now, and I'm still waiting for it to come out. And yet, I made a game that looks a lot like it. But I think mine's coming out better so far. Yeah, I gotta add some sort of like sub-texture to the rocks so that they don't look just flat the whole time. I was experimenting with this like material here that you see, but I don't really like it. Oops. I also gotta make so the grass is transparent when your camera's there. I don't really like this rock material. I gotta think of something else. I think at one point I did, it's probably because the UVs are too big, but I'm pretty sure that just like how the ground here has like this fake polygon texturing because it's all texture or like actual from the texture material, I think I put it on here as well, but it just is so big that you can't really tell very close, because you can kind of see some of the way the shading's happening on it. Dunno. So let's do veggie brush. I don't know if I like that. Maybe like dead grass. That's always in the sun. Yeah, you should definitely hop on Unreal Engine 4. It is fantastic. I'm going to be doing some instructional stuff because a lot of people, even though they know how to code and do art and stuff, they have a lot of problems with the actual editor itself. And I've been digging into it for a while now, so I'm going to be doing some teaching on it. Where is my... Stop painting grass. Where is my dead grass anyway? Duplicate. Low poly, dead grass. Yes. And then for those of you who can't see, up over here in my content browser, I'm going with... Oh, hey, yeah, I forgot about the mushrooms. That's cool. Grass. Found some dead grass. Yeah, maybe I'll just do some patches. Just big patches of dead grass. Yeah, that's like okay, I guess. It's better than nothing. And then we can do something with maybe like some kind of mesh paint after. I should be going to work right now, but I don't want to because I like doing this better. I need more people to follow me on Twitch so I can do this all day. That would be great. Okay, thanks. Probably should put some trees up here, most likely. Or something. No, they wouldn't have any water. I could have put a waterfall on top of one of these. I've been meaning to do that. Yeah. Alright, there's that. So, what's it look like? First person. Some dead ass grass. That's what it looks like. Freaking dead ass grass. Oh, yep, you're right. You're totally right. Ah, man, I gotta get better at that. Yay, and I'm totally prepared for the jump scare this time. You know, I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna put, not this. Maybe this? Let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah. That's interesting. Let's do it. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted. Ah, fuck. I wasn't ready. I lied. All right, I lied. Got distracted. Paint density 0.025. Oop, no. 0.025. Yeah, right. That's interesting. It's kind of cool. I don't mind that. Grass probably shouldn't be like full dead, but like, yeah, that's interesting enough. Makes me realize how big the top of these mountains are. Maybe I'll put like a whole village up here. I was originally planning on putting like temples up here, you know, cross bridges to get to or something. Alright, sick. That's kind of interesting. I mean, it's totally not how this would go in real life. It wouldn't be anything like that. Maybe change them to like a darker color. I don't know. Anyway, I gotta wrap up. I gotta head to work. Yeah, I would have to do like a ground paint. I wonder if I could vertex paint it. I wonder. Paint color. Let's call it like a darkish, kind of grossy kind of green. Oh, is it only? Okay, so like a darkish, kind of grossy kind of green. Yeah, call that moss or something. Okay. Yeah, that's not how that works. Alright. That's how I thought that's how it worked. It doesn't work like that. But I wonder... I think I have a grass patch, like a physical mesh. Static mesh. Yeah, I might have one in here somewhere. So like, let's take that. I don't want that. Take that. And take that and make it like lock that down, make that 10, 100, no, 100. Oh, that's too big actually. 50. Yeah. Meh. Yeah, no. That's why I said anything Cindy gave me was useless. Anyway, alright, wrapping up. Bye.